So I just want to make this black screen episode real quick because I was just in a scenario where like me and my sister, I know her as the voice actor of Dank, I was trying to get her to say 11 because I was like, what time is it? And I was like, well, Jordan at the time, and then she's like, yeah, it's near 11. I was like, you see, I was right, even though it was near midnight. And so she's like, frick, I mean 12. It's like, no, you mean 11. And so we went through this banter of like me trying to get her to say 11. So like I did like, how many hips do you have? But add 9. Except she said 29. I was like, what? Count them all. She just pointed all over, so like, here, 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 here. And we went through that with like teeth and stuff. Then we got to like, what's your age minus 1? And then she got confused and said 29. I was like, okay, so count all of you where your ages are. And then eventually, like, I came up with an idea of, hey, you should count to 120. Because I knew she would skip 100. Well, I knew she would skip 11. But she would probably say 111. And that's where I would have caught her. However, I kept accidentally stopping her. Like, I was okay with her being like 9, 10, 12. But when she was like 1 to 1, I was like, okay, no, you're not getting away with that. You're not getting away with that. No, you don't say the 11 at all. It's like, and then she says it to like, I think she says like, want one, or wani one, or watery one. And then it was like, okay, so count from 80 to 120. And so like, we get to 110, and then she tries to 111. And at this point, I should say that we were doing like a swear game, which happened which we started within like the final third of the year, where I owed her $10, and every time she swore, she would lose 5 cents, and every time I swore, she got a strike, in which she could like one free swear. And then we thought, wow, that was a cool game. Let's do that again, but with $30 instead. And so when we got to like 110, then she had to say 111. She just went 100 and then she just said the F word. So that's 5 cents taken off. She also swore again, because I owed her a strike. She lost 5 cents. So I eventually got her to say 11, but this is the greatest part. So I was like trying to create a riddle. So I said, if Control-C is copy and Control-V is paste, if election is copy, what is election in paste? And she was just like, election! I was like, no, that's not what I mean. No. And then we kept going through that process again. If Control-C is Control-V, there was election. She kept answering in the same way. And so I was like, no. If the C in election was a V, what would it be? And I kept scaring that she was going to say election, but she never did in this scenario. She just said collection, and I was just like, what? You just added the letter C? And this one, I was just like laughing at the point of crying because like she kept getting it wrong. And it's like, no, you just added an extra C. Why would it be with a V? And she was just like, collection. And then the tears came from my eyes because I was laughing too hard. And then I was like, no, no, no. Try to say collection. I know. I'm singing now. Try to say election without the letter C. And you can use the letter V if you need to. And then she said, election. No. 11. Ah, frick! That was literally her whole reaction. She said election, like, no, she said election, the correct term, but then she said 11, and that's where I got her. And then she was like, election. No, you can't say it without the frickin' C. And I was like, yes, you can. Election. At this point, the other person who asked what the time was just came through and was like, I got her to say 11! And she's like, good for you. Now get out the room. And now we're here. Collection.